Hey, good Friday afternoon. Nope, sorry, good Friday morning. I get my times confused. Good Friday morning, everyone. Excuse me. This is Carol J. Dunlop, your online wow strategist and number one international best-selling Amazon author, coming to you with a subject straight out of the book, how to get clients using Facebook groups. Actually, this training is based on two things. Number one, I put a poll in the group asking you what trainings are you looking for? What do you need more information on? What would you like to be trained on to help market your business? And you answered, and the one that was the most popular right now is how to get clients using Facebook groups. So that's based off of that. And then number two, this is straight out of a chapter in the book, actually chapter 13, treasure hunting in groups, where I tell you how you can get clients using any kind of groups, Facebook, Google Plus, who else has a group? LinkedIn, any of the online groups, how you can do it. But this one is specifically for Facebook groups, even though you can use it for all of them. Hey, Nadine, how are you doing? Thanks for tuning in. So the number one thing, we're going to go through this. Not going to take a lot of your time, probably about 20 minutes or so, and then we're going to let you go on with your life, because this training is going to be here on demand. It's live. Thank you for joining in live. Thank you for looking watching if it's on demand. But I hope you have a pen and paper ready to go. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Okay, so first thing is, treasure hunting is fun. I liken this chapter to treasure hunting because, you know, when you're doing like treasure hunting stuff, you have a list of things you're looking for, and then you may have someone like plant them all over the place, like when you're doing Easter egg hunting. Hey, June, thanks for joining. And then you actually look for the things. You have these crumbs that lead you to the actual treasure that you're looking for, and then when you find the treasure, you're like, this is totally awesome. I'm so glad I found that. Well, I liken how to find clients in Facebook groups to treasure hunting, because the crumbs are the little pieces that people leave for you, the little clues they leave for you of what they're needing, and then you take those crumbs and follow them all the way, show them how to follow you all the way to the bank, really, because when they become your client, you hit jackpot. So how do we do this? How do we do this whole using other people's audience? I call it OPA, other people's audience. That means that I use the audience of other people, meaning other people's Facebook groups or other people's online groups, but Facebook for this thing, to actually find my clients. It's worked for me for the past couple of years. It's worked great because I have a couple of clients that have been with me for, I think, 2, 3, and 5 years that I have found through using Facebook groups. I call it other people's audience. Why? Because other people have cultivated a group of people based around a singular thing that they're looking to do. Maybe they're looking to start their business. Maybe they're looking to eat better. Maybe they're looking to, like June does, a humor coach, or like Nadine does, market their business better. So if someone has started a group around that, and these are all concentrated on one idea, this is one thing they're looking for, then you can clue into that. You can join these other people's groups and use them to find your clients. So basically, how do you do that? You look for the hashtag help. Now, I got this from my mentor, Rob Schultz, a few years ago when he was doing like online bulletin boards and forums and stuff. And he said, look for when people type out, help, I need something, or help, I need this. And then he would go there, and since he was in a group of like-minded people who were trying to find out the thing that he was teaching them to do, he could actually say, hey, you need help with this? Well, I've got the answer for you. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to look for the specific hashtag, and usually it's hashtag help, or it's help, or it could be, if it's in the group that you belong to, that you check out, they may have something like Renelli Williams has in her Legacy Builders Forum. She has hashtag legacy help. So just look for what I call the hashtag help, whatever it is, to signify that that person needs help from someone. And they're going to be asking a question that you can answer. Now, there may be a lot of other yous, and people that know their stuff too, but you know your stuff better than anybody else. So you look for that hashtag, and then you see what the question is that they're asking, and then you just simply answer the question. That's the main way that you can help people, because you're in these groups to help. You're not in these groups to promote your business. You're not in these groups to sell your wares. You're not in these groups to hawk whatever you're doing. You are actually in these groups to help people. So the first thing, you help them out, hashtag help. The second thing you can do is you can post advice and tips. So you want to create posts of 75 to 200 words, and you want to post advice about the things that you know about, the things that you do, the things that you want to be known for. What is it that you do? Do you help people grow their business? Do you help people find love? Do you help people make more money? Do you help people use Instagram better? Whatever it is, that's what you want to create these posts on, 75 to 100 words, and give them a piece of advice or some tips to help do it better. Now, in this, you are not putting your business in there. You're not saying, for more information, come over to my website and do that. There is a place for that. I'll get to that in a second. But for right now, you're just being totally helpful. You're giving help without expecting anything back, because what's going to happen is you're going to get so much more back. The other thing you can do is you can post resources. So resources to other things other than yourself, right? If you know someone who could help someone be a better person, be a better teacher, be a better whatever, post a link to that person, or talk about that person and say why you're recommending them. And you may say, Carol, why am I doing all this stuff? I thought I was getting in this group so that I could build my business. Well, you are. You're getting in this group so you can build your business, but you're not doing it in a slimy, sleazy, salesy way. You're doing it in an authentic way where you're being helpful to people. You're helping them find what they need, and in turn, they're going to be clued into you, and they're going to say, hey, this person helped me so much. Let me see what they're about. So that brings up something else that you need to do. Make sure your profiles are filled out. So if your Facebook personal profile and your Facebook business page profile are not filled out, you need to do that right now. And what I mean by that is, in each of those profiles, there's a place for you to put a link to your website and your business. Do that. There's a place for you to talk about who you work with. Do that. There's a place for you to put your phone number, put your likes and interests, do all that stuff. Because I hate it when I find someone who looks totally awesome in a group, and I click on their profile to go and find out more about them, and it is totally blank. There's nothing in there. I can't find any more information about them other than what's on Facebook. Now, we all know that we all have a life outside of Facebook. We have our own website. You do have your own website, right? We'll talk about that in a little bit. But make sure those profiles are filled out. Anything that you can put in there that is going to show them who you are, who you work with, what kind of pain problems you solve, and just, what kind of person you are. Put that in your profiles. Make sure you do that. Because when they go searching for you, and they will do that if you're helpful like I'm telling you to be, then you'll just love it. You're like, great. So one thing that I have done that has really helped me is I got or signed up with a scheduling app. The one I use is called Calendly. And so what happens, I'm being helpful. I'm using the hashtag help, and I'm out there showing people, how they can do this, how they can do that, how they can, make life better. I'm creating these posts, the advice, 75 to 200 words. I'm posting resources. I'm giving what has helped me. Then a magical thing happens. People actually probably comment on your post and say, hey, that's a great idea. Thank you for helping me. I appreciate it so much. Then when they do that and they reach out to you and you say, oh, that's cool. If I can help you in any way, let me know. Or you may answer their question, and it could be someone, for instance, they're saying, help, I need to know how to get the most out of, let's say, Instagram, because I'm on an Instagram kick right now. So help me get the most out of Instagram. And you happen to be an Instagram maven. You know all about Instagram. So you tell them, you give them like 1 or 2 tips. In your reply, the hashtag help thing, in your reply, you say, you could do this and you could do that. It would be great. I'd love to talk to you more. And they say, okay, sure, I'd love to talk to you more. That is your invitation to direct message them or private message them in Facebook so that you can actually give them your scheduling app link and you guys can talk. So you don't want to just, when someone puts out a help thing, help, I need to know more about Instagram, and then you immediately go and private message them and say, hey, I can help you. They're not going to give 2 cents about that, and they're probably going to report you for being a spammer, and it might even get you kicked out of the group. So you don't want to do that at all. You want to wait till you have an invitation. You know, like the vampire movies do. The vampire can't come in. It's horrible to compare us to a vampire, but the vampire can't come in the house unless they're invited. So you have to be invited by these people, you know, because they have to really. The thing is, they have to really want to know more about you, so that when you do private message them, number one, they know you're coming, and number two, they're not going to reject you, and number three, they're welcoming your information. I've done that over and over again. I remember one of my clients, Coach Precious Brown, she put out a hashtag help, and one of the groups I love, Coach Speak and it was Coach Speak and Serve. Now it's Coach Speak and Write for Profits with April Franks Hunt, and she said she was looking. She said, "Help! I need. I'm redoing my website. I need some help." That was basically all she did. So, and she said, let me know if you're a web designer or something. So I told her, oh, I'd love to help you. You know, I told her a couple other things, and then I said, I'm going to PM you in just a minute. So when I PM'd her, I said, I would love to get a chance to speak with you and see what you're really needing, and see if our synergy, if we have synergies that we can work together. And here's my scheduling link. Let's schedule a time to talk. She wrote me back and she says, Carol, I really appreciate that. Now, this was like 3 years ago. She says, Carol, I really appreciate that, and I appreciate you taking the time to figure out one before you give me a quote or just kind of jump in there. And of course, I got the client, and we are still connected now, even 3 years later. You know, I work with her, she works with me, so it's great. It can work. You just have to work at it, and you have to be, you know, treat other people like you'd want to be treated. If you put out something that says, hey, I need some help with something, you wouldn't want 1,000 people private messaging you saying, hey, I can do this, I can do that. No, because you're going to have to look through all that stuff. You want to know the best people, you know, who are going to help you with what you want, but you also want to have the ones that are authentically going to help you, you know, the ones who you can connect with, who you can have great relationships with. And so that's Calendly is, I think it's $8. It's as low as $8 a month. It's $10 a month if you do monthly, and $8 a month if you do yearly. I love it. The interface is intuitive. It's really easy to schedule. You can set up several different scheduling things, and it's great. And you can meet people for virtual coffees, is what I like to say. But the whole thing about this treasure hunting in groups is getting people to notice you. So if they need help, you answer their questions, they are noticing you. And they're like, oh, well, maybe you could help me. And then you schedule a time to talk with them, and then you close that deal. Simple, right? So if you would like to go further with this and really, really make this work, I want you to get my book. And you can do that by going to CSI Corp/book. So in the book, in chapter 13, I lay this whole plan out. More of what I've told you already, plus I have a case study of a client who actually did this. Plus you have me, who actually is doing this. I have a checklist to make sure you're on track with getting this thing done. And then plus some other goodies that I've got for you when you purchase the book is you get a contact tracker, because the thing is, when you start contacting these people in all these different groups, and there are a lot of people out there who need help. Just let me tell you that, a lot. So when you connect with them, you're going to lose track of them. You know, did I talk to Sally yesterday? Did I talk to Henry the other day? You know, what was the result of talking with Sally? When am I supposed to talk with her again? So I have a tracker already created for you. So all you have to do, when you get the book, you'll see how to get it. It's an absolutely free resource. You just log in and get it, and then you start using it, and then start tracking. Because the thing is, people may buy from you. I think what my track record is, if I get someone to talk to me, like 70% of the time, I'm going to close them. But what about the people who don't talk to me? I need to go back and follow up with them. Don't leave money on the table. So the tracker will help you. Plus, I have the full Facebook marketing breakdown. That's all. This is for free once you purchase the book, and you can get the book by going to csicorporation.com/book. I wanted to get that training out to you because I want you to start utilizing this. Don't just use Facebook as something that you're doing. Use Facebook strategically to help you get clients. There are over 2 billion, with a B, 2 billion people who are connected with Facebook, who are on Facebook. And I think 1.5 billion of those people are active daily users. Big opportunity for you to find your client, the ones who are authentically drawn to you, but they have to know you're there. The best way to do that now is to use Facebook groups. Plus, Facebook just changed their whole algorithm. They say they want to make it more fun or whatever. So being in a group is really the best way to connect with people of like minds, people who want the same thing, people who are looking for the services and products that you provide. So this is going to help you. Make sure you have Facebook as part of your marketing toolkit. And when I'm not just talking about, posting in Facebook or putting, poking people in Messenger or, saying, what I was going to say Merry Christmas, but say Happy Morning or whatever. I'm talking about really using Facebook strategically to get clients. That doesn't mean, and that does not mean that you are buy my book, buy my product, buy my service, that you're sell. No, you're being helpful to the people who are on this platform so that they see you, they get to know you. They say, hey, I kind of like this person. They start trusting you, and then they start buying from you. Now, I know that there's a whole big thing about LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a place for business. People go on LinkedIn to do business. That's great. That's awesome. And when you log into LinkedIn, you go in there specifically to look for someone who can help you with your business or who you can help with their business type of thing. Facebook is not like that. People on Facebook are looking for entertainment. They're looking to be entertained. They're looking for fun. They're looking for connections. But that doesn't mean that people aren't going to do business, because they will. There are many Facebook millionaires out there and people who have maybe not even reached the millionaire stage, but that they have actually made a lot of money off Facebook clients. I've made a lot of money off of Facebook clients. If I didn't have Facebook, almost half of my business wouldn't be there. I'm just saying. So I want you to follow my lead. So remember, you are treasure hunting, and the treasure you are trying to find are the clients who want to work with you, not just once, but over and over and over again, and become raving fans, and then brand advocates, and then people who buy from you over and over again and tell their friends to buy from them. You're going to use other people's audience, like other people's groups. They've worked hard building up these groups, getting these people, focusing these niche groups. And if you are part of that niche, or you benefit from that niche, or you sell to that niche, then you can get in that group and sell to those people. Then you need to look for the hashtag help, whatever the hashtag is that signifies that these people need help. They need your help. They are looking for you. So you better get in there and start talking to them. Remember, you can post in a number of ways. You can answer their questions. You can post advice and tips. You can post resources. And remember, none of these are showing your business. Oh, the one thing, let me say this before we go. I'm getting ready to close this out in just a second. You want to have an opt-in that leads people, when they go to your website, you have an opt-in, a freebie, an ethical bribe that they could give you their email address and their name, and then they can download it. And you want to be able to post that in the group. A lot of the groups will allow you a certain day, like a special promo day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Each group has different ones. So read the group rules about posting, about when you can drop your opt-in and stuff. And that's also another opportunity to show people what you do so you can get clients. Okay? Get your scheduling app together. And the last step is to buy my book. So go to csicorporation.com/book. Go ahead and secure it. You can get the paperback mailed to you, or you can get the Kindle version. Either one does not matter. The information is still there. Depends on if you want to read online or if you want the actual paperback thing. And you'll get those goodies. You'll get the content tracker And you'll also get the Facebook group marketing breakdown. There are links to tell you how to get all of that. So, oh, thank you, June. I'm going to put that up on screen. Yay, baby. Book is awesome. Yay, thank you. And June helped me with that. And June's actually in the book because I showcased her for the Speak Out chapter. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me. In the comments, let me know how I can help you. Let me know if you have questions. What are your questions? I am here to help. That's why we're doing these trainings. And I want to know what your sticking point is. And stay tuned for the next training that's coming up. I will let you know. Thanks so much. See you next time.